Today, my topic is feminist approach theory, and the movie I've picked is Kill Bill. Here is the trailer. Introduction. Quentin Tarantino uses Kill Bill as a prime example of how a revenge story can critique patriarchal systems in society, how females can break from these stereotypical gender roles and make their own decisions and choices, and how gender norms can change in a movie. So, in Quentin Tarantino's film Kill Bill, Tarantino explores the destructive impact of patriarchal s- systems and gender roles on female identity, suggesting that when women are not allowed to make their own decisions or choices and are forced to conform to gender roles, that suppression leads to emotional suffering and a broken identity, which ultimately brings light to the physical, psychological, and societal consequences of patriarchal power system. So my first slide. The patriarchal control Bill has established in the movie pushes Beatrix from trying to make her own decisions and choices and for trying to leave her assassin career behind. In the scene, Beatrix is almost killed at her wedding. Bill tries to kill Beatrix for escaping her last life. Bill trying to kill Beatrix shows how patriarchal systems punish women for trying to seek freedom and independence in their own lives. Bill seeing Beatrix's choice of leaving as a betrayal rather than a decision conveys how patriarchal power sees women's choices and freedoms as a threat to their system. Bill acts Bill's act of harm towards Beatrix shows how his feelings had become a justification for violence. The yellow costume Beatrix wears emphasizes her physical form, which suggests that males are only pleased by female empowerment when it visually appears to them. camera focuses on Beatrix's costume and appearance, suggesting that even though Beatrix is a very powerful main character and breaks the stereotypes that women cannot be powerful in action movies, the only way for her strength to culturally to be culturally accepted is by appealing to male viewers by using a more provocative outfit. The framing for Beatrix's battles, which showcase her skill and physical form, emphasize how despite the film showing Beatrix's physical strength, it still caters to the male audience by using her physical form. This scene implies that patriarchal constructs and expectations are still overlooking female empowerment. Even if the women are portrayed as strong, they must come with a physical attraction to cater to males. In this way, the film reflects how patriarchal systems commodify female power. In this scene, Beatrix is emotionally torn between her role as a mother and her job as an assassin. This highlights how gender expectations trap women in conflicting roles.
Hi, I was just playing. I know.
I told her you were asleep, but that one day.
The emotions of Beatrix holding her daughter highlight society's unrealistic demand for women to be both nurturing and compassionate while disconnecting from their feelings, while put into roles of power and violence. Beatrix, through the film, is shaped by the two conflicting identities of a compassionate mother and a heartless assassin filled with revenge. These identities are not just internal struggles, but a reflection of a broader cultural narrative that women must do labor and have emotional care for others while putting aside their pain and maintain control without appearing vulnerable and emotional. The film conveys how male characters, especially Bill, apply gender roles through emotional manipulation and control.
No, but I would have had baby.
Don't get me wrong. I think you would have been a wonderful mother. But you are a killer.
In this scene, Bill, before this, shot Beatrix in the knee with a serum that makes her tell the truth. Now, Bill's actions in the scene show how patriarchal power can be seen as affection. Throughout Bill's and Beatrix's final conversation, Bill uses his calm reasoning and language to overshadow the violent, possessive nature of his actions. Rather than expressing his care, Bill's behavior reflects entitlement and control, which shows the hateful dynamics masked in patriarchal systems. In conclusion, through Beatrix's physical battles and emotional journey, Quentin Tarantino uses Kill Bill as a prime example of how a revenge story can critique patriarchal systems in society, how females can break from these stereotypical gender roles and make their own decisions and choices, and how gender norms can be changed in a movie.